What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I even saw Tim Bradley say Bud is more skilled than Floyd. We live. I'm here, man. We live. Marcus the Villain. I'm here, man. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about it. I was running a little bit slow. What's going on, Jose Lopez? All things in the building. What's going on? What's good with you? All righty. All things. Coach Chris, good morning, brother. Back from Texas and the U.S. Boxing Nationals. What's up, Coach Chris? How you feeling this morning, man? What's up, Branson? Jose said, Martin, your wisdom and knowledge is priceless or should be at least worth some money. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, dog. Yeah, man. If y'all can support today, it would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Absolutely, bro. We trying to make the numbers this month, man. It don't look like we going to make them, dog. We trying to make them. We trying to make them. We out here grinding, bro, and trying to be positive at the same time. Kentrell LeGroux said, I knew that lawsuit was coming. Well, I mean, I'll talk about the lawsuit. And on the money, what's going on? I'm good, bro. I can't complain, dog. I can't complain, man. Jose Lopez, what's going on? Kentrell in the building. Said Tank can't sue Jake and MVP. What about defamation? How would he fucking know? He's not a lawyer. What do you mean he can't sue Jake and MVP? How would you know? How would he know that? What about defamation of character? Can't wait until Fanon cooks on this topic. Bro, Blue Blood's a fucking idiot. I'm not cooking on anything that idiot says. Why the fuck would he be able to tell you that he can't sue? That shit is fucking ridiculous. Anybody can sue for anything. Okay? What's up, Jermaine? Nah, seriously, man, that shit is stupid. Anybody can sue for anything. There's nothing permitting Gervonta Davis from suing. What's up, Just a Guy? What's up to Omaha, Nebraska, dog? Shout out to Terence Crawford, man. Since we paying your bills, we might as well say what's up, Terence. What's up, Terence? You know what I mean? You have to have access to the contract. No, let me tell you something, bro. You can sue somebody. First of all, you can sue anybody. That doesn't mean you're going to be successful just because you sued them. But that guy doesn't know what suing is because they said I got sued. So what the fuck would he know? Like, seriously, Blue Blood's an idiot. He's a fucking buffoon because he talks about things he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that absolutely Gervonta Davis can sue. There's nothing preventing him from hiring a lawyer, having that lawyer put some shit on a piece of paper, filing it with the court, and doing whatever civil procedure shit they need to do to get your ass in a court of law. Absolutely, Gervonta Davis can sue you. What kind of stupid sense does that make? What he means is fucking idiot. What's up, man? What the idiot means, shout out to the mighty LDBC. Idiot, I mean, what is this Margaret says? Shout out, salute for 9 and salute to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to y'all LDBC niggas. For real, man, I talked to Trick Nolte, bro. I talked to my guy, Trick Nolte, yesterday, man. Shout out to Trick Nolte, bro. Shout out to Drew Titan. I hope you well, Drew Titan. Shout out to BFTB. I hope you're doing well and you healthy, BFTB. Shout out to all you dudes in the LDBC, man. I ain't got no sweat with y'all. Now that I know you niggas ain't hitting no more licks. I know that. I know you niggas ain't nobody hitting no more licks. But I don't have any problem with y'all, man. Y'all be good, bro. All y'all content creators, now that I know that you guys are just paid actors, then I don't really have any problem with you, dog. Just don't come around acting around me, okay? That's all I'm saying. If you're a paid actor, don't come over here acting, all right? This is not a stage for you to act. So please, if you want to talk and you want to be cool, be the person that you say you are. Okay, just be the person that you say you are. What up, Lee Jackson? I don't know how y'all believe him or even listen after he caught in way too many lies. Look, first of all, he's a fucking idiot. Because if Gervonta Davis can sue anybody Gervonta Davis wants, just like Devin Haney has the right to sue anybody he wants. Is Gervonta Davis going to sue? Probably not. Because Gervonta Davis doesn't seem like he's a litigious person or that he wants to be in a court of law. Gervonta just let the shit slide and walked off. You know what I mean? And he said that there's going to be other opportunities for me to make money. And I appreciate that, man. I'm just telling you, Blue Blood's an idiot. He can't talk about contracts. I mean, if I talk to him for 5 seconds, bro, I can tell you he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, seriously, bro, like when you're talking about civil procedure and you're talking about like torts and litigation, bro, I don't have experience litigate too much. I got some experience in litigation, but not very much experience in litigation at all. So look, bro, I'll listen to T. Orlando tell me what the deal is because T. Orlando was an expert. But I can tell somebody that's not a fucking expert. That guy is just, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's that simple. And the danger is that you got a lot of you guys run around talking about things you don't know when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Misinforming boxers. Absolutely. He said Dev should sue, but Tank can't sue. Devin can sue. Tank can sue for whatever the fuck Tank want to sue. He works for Bill Haney. That's it. Bill Haney says Tank can't sue. I don't give a fuck what Bill Haney thinks. Bill Haney knows he's a fucking jack of all trades, master of none. Okay? Yeah, I mean, he made a video on what I said because I guarantee you that can be, if that for defamation of character, with absolutely he has a case for that. If there is no videotape and Jake Paul said there was a videotape and Jake Paul said he saw the videotape of the girl punching, you know, if you know what I mean? Yeah. Hold on one second, man. Hold on one second, man. Let me get rid of you, nigga. Let's get rid of you. Hey, Blue Blood, go away, bro. Look, dog, you're a peon, bro. I don't want to talk to peons today. If you wouldn't mind, can we keep it peon free, bro, today? Peon free, and no more niggas trying to get their jollies and shit. Let's go ahead and I think I should block you, huh? What if I just block you? Yeah, 1 follower, dog. Look at this guy. This guy got 1 follower, bro. So what we're going to do is we're going to block you. So you're now blocked, Bill. Let's see if you leave another comment. If you leave another comment, I'm going to come just mute you. And then I'm going to mute you. Let me also mute you, Bill. Let me go ahead and slap you with that mute. Bill Haney said Mama Schofield's voice needs some bass. Hey, dog, that is the first thing that Bill Haney has said that I've agreed with in a while. He doesn't need bass. He just needs to, like, you know, I don't know. He's just sensitive, man. You know what I mean? He just has a sensitive, he just presents as very sensitive. You know what I mean? Like an artist. You know what I mean? I have never listened to an interview with Floyd Schofield, with Floyd Schofield's father. And I'm not going to call him Auntie Schofield because that's disrespectful. But you know. But anyway, man, they all talk too much, man. They all talk too much. I talk too much. Sometimes I got to shut up. You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. Hey, yeah, he lives in New York. Yeah, he did. Hey, Sean Haney was training at my boxing gym in the Bronx, John Boxing. Does Bill live in New York City now? Yes, he does. He lives in New York City because he got ran out of Vegas. What's going on, Marcus the Villain? How you feeling, bro? He feels safer in New York. Bill Haney feels safer in New York, bro. He feels safe in New York. He's got all kind of people around him. He got more cats from the LDBC in that area, you know. He feels nice and secure, Bill. You feel more safe in New York City, man. I can relate, bro. You got to feel safe out there, bro. Man, Floyd Schofield just has got a sensitive, he just got a sensitive expression, bro. That's what it is. But look, man, yeah, they come with an encouragement. Oh, okay, bro. I got you in the Cash App when I can. Okay, thank you, man. I understand. I appreciate you, Jose Lopez, bro. I appreciate anybody that can support it for the rest of this month. And I think, yeah, man, Jose, you did. You got me. Jose Lopez in the building said, for the wisdom acknowledge you dish out. Thank you, brother. I got you, Jose Lopez. Thank you, brother. But let's get to this lawsuit, bro. Hey, salute for 9 Patreon gang. I'm happy you stopped doing shows with him. He's still on a hate tank campaign and calling black people monkeys. Hey, Larry, what up, man? Shout out to Patreon gang. I need to start putting shit up on Patreon, bro. Y'all still support me on Patreon. And I haven't put up anything on Patreon in a long time. I'm still trying to get over. I'm still trying to get just, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get my mind right, bro. But anyway, man, look, dude, it said it, and this is the page I like. I'm all over the place. Okay. Ken Charlie haven't watched. He was up on Roach Pitbull early. Oh, look, man, let me tell you something, bro. They have to hate Tank. They're getting paid to hate Tank. That's the job, is to hate Tank. That's it. That's the job. And that's why I can't deal with them, because they're so not deal with them. They're good guys, man. I ain't got any problem with those guys. I really don't have any problem with them. They ran some big ass campaign on me and fucked me over, but I mean, I really didn't give a shit enough, honestly, because I had other real things going on. All I'm hoping is that they're not involved with this hedge fund stuff. That's the only thing that I hope. I just hope that they're not involved in this hedge fund stuff. I hope that they're not taking money out of the till. That's all I'm saying. Because if you're taking money from my guy, bro, that's not a smart thing to do, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not forgetting about the conversation we had yesterday. I know I went through it on the whole live stream and niggas probably wasn't too into it, but I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to figure it out. Again, I don't believe that this money is coming from Turkey al-Sheikh. I don't believe it. I believe he's just a cover for the other sources of income that they are using to fund this TKO venture. You know what I mean? Rollo. You know I know where you are, Rollo, right? You know I know where you are, Rollo, right? What's up, Rollo? All right, we back. Tay, oh my God, it's crazy. I still support monthly OGs. I'm always watching and liking your videos. You are too smart and you're well-rounded in versus not just talking boxing. Keep your feet on their necks. OG, thank you, bro. Larry King, man, that means a lot, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Really, 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 truly thank you, bro. I thought their army was funding them or something. I'm just telling you, bro. I hope you're not stealing. I just hope they're not involved in that shit. I hope you guys are not involved in this shit. Because really and truly, bro, the fact that I know about it means it's going to get handled. Like, just so you know, the fact that I know about it means that it's going to get handled, bro. The fact that my eyes are on it and I saw it means all my people see it. So if I was you, I would really get my hands out of that money. And I hope your hands are not in that money, because I'm telling you, man. They're not, yeah, they're just clean. I'm just telling you. You mean to tell me that Rollo Fool is still in the chat under another name over on Twitter? He likes to talk to me on Twitter because he thinks I can't block him on Twitter. Yeah, for real. Thank you, Martin, for all your knowledge. I've been listening for years and always have a supporter in me. Thank you, Marcus the Villain. It means a lot, bro. Really, truly, bro. These guys tried to run me out of the business, dog. The funny thing is they stealing money and trying to run me out the business at the same time. Like, that shit is crazy. These niggas got access. They got access to stuff through me. And then these motherfuckers want to act like, then they just want to take the money and run. Like, okay. That shit is funny now that I know what it is, though. Like, now that I know what it is, it's like I don't even feel sorry anymore, bro. I'm like, okay, you guys really did try to, you saw hustle. But Turkey al-Sheikh is not the one that's paying this money, bro. It doesn't make any sense that it would be Turkey. Because why would the public investment fund of Saudi Arabia be wasting all this money on boxing events that don't turn profits? No. What you guys are doing is you guys are just, you're losing a bunch of money in a fight. And that's why Devin got paid out of net profit. Because you guys are using all the money up in cost. You're using all the money up in cost. That's why you're paying these ridiculous amounts of money, or at least you're claiming you're paying these ridiculous amounts of money. But then you guys are having real monetary problems because some of these fighters aren't getting paid, bro. You know what I mean? Some of these guys are not going to be getting paid. And I'm telling you, going down, moving forward, bro, you guys are not going to be getting money, bro. Like, seriously, dude, the gig is up, man. Like, the gig is completely up. So you guys, all this miracle money you guys can keep finding for people, bro, you're not going to continue to be able to find that money for people. You're not going to be able to tell these guys you can get them X amount for a fight if you sign with this guy. Because we're not going to pay for the money anymore, bro. We're not paying for your ventures anymore. We're not. I never agreed to pay for the adventures. We didn't. You guys, that's just false. You know what I mean? We didn't agree to pay for this stuff. Never did. But yet you guys got your hands on the money. And then you got so much money that you have to fake like it's a Saudi royal prince that is the one that's giving you the money. Come on, man. A big fat turkey? The money doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense. You guys have more money and it never stops. You spend all the money up on promotions, all kind of money you guys waste on promotions, videos that'll take like $100,000 to make the video. You spend that on a fight you know you're going to lose money on. I'm telling you, man. Exactly. We getting Arab money. That's what they say. Oh, hey, we getting Arab money. Nah, bro. You're not getting Arab money. You're getting money from Americans. You're taking the money out of their trust funds. You're taking and putting them in hedge funds. You take it out of a trust. You stick it in a hedge. And then you gamble with it. But you're not really gambling with it. You're washing the money to get it to your people. And then you put on a fight, and the fight just happens to be the last thing. And you really don't even care. Because you stole all the money coming out in the production. All the money that you guys pay these YouTube boxing channels that don't have jobs. You got YouTube boxing channels, bro. They don't have jobs. These guys don't even work anymore. They used to say they worked over here. They don't even work no more. All this stuff is coming out of this lick you guys think you hit. And you guys made up this. You probably struck a deal with them to be the cover for it, bro. And the gig is up, man. You know how they say all good things come to an end? All good things come to an end, bro. For you, it's a good thing. For us, it's a bad thing. Because all these money handlers are going to get fired, bro. Like, I'm serious, bro. The scam is so obvious, man. Now, Terence Crawford, let's talk about Terence Crawford suing the police for a second. This guy that followed, first of all, you're not slick, bud. I'm going to tell you, bud, you cannot do two things at the same time, bro. I'm telling you this right now, bud. You cannot stay out of it and have your security file a federal lawsuit when you're the main guy there. What do you think you're going to do with that? What are they going to do with that lawsuit other than irritate the police officers? Because you're not going to win. You got a gun in the car. The gun's in the car. You have a gun in the car. He doesn't know whether or not you're going to pull that gun on him or not. So he said, stop. You got a gun? Hey, get out the car. We're going to secure, see what else, because they felt whatever. That nigga remember the last person to beat him in tic-tac-toe. That's funny. They said the reason why they pulled the scam on Tank because they knew he was going along with the game. He was going along with their game, and he was going to knock Jake's ass out, so they didn't want to go through with the fight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gervonta Davis, and plus, Gervonta Davis wasn't going to do all those promotional games. He also wasn't going to do all that, friend, foe. He wasn't going to do all of that shit, bro. He wasn't going to do that. He's going to show up to the fight, and that's it. Hey, what up, man? Big Block in the building. Say, hey, man, my guy. Big Block with the $5 channel support, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Much needed, bro, because we are way behind on this month, bro. December used to be such a really good month for the channel. But ever since Turkey Al-Sheikh and these guys came around, bro, they really poured water all over boxing. They hit a lick and got their hands on so much money that they thought that they could buy up and switch up all of boxing. Because you got your hands on some rich dude's money. Hitting a lick. Using all those guys' money to tear down Gervonta Davis. Literally, and you got to keep, you're used to the money now. You probably used to the money now, and you probably think you earn it. That's the crazy thing. You probably so used to getting paid the money that you think it's your money. It's not your money. It's not your money. So you don't get to do anything with it. But y'all want to spend all the money up. You thought that you could get to the bottom of that bitch is what you thought you could do. What y'all thought you could do is get to the bottom of the money, spend it all up, but you couldn't get to the bottom of it. So you got to make more and more and more ridiculous spending fucking spectacles to justify the spending. I'm telling you, man, I feel sorry for y'all, bro. This shit is going to end, dog. You guys put so much pressure on everybody else with that money. To take somebody's money and use that money against them is one of the most nasty pieces of work that I think I've seen in a while. You take the kindness of a person for weakness, manipulate them, steal from them, then try to use their own money for their own demise. That's crazy, bro. And Terence, bro, you getting this guy to sue the police, bro, you're going to be Sonny Liston. Everywhere you go, bro, your ass is going to get pulled over, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Terence, that's probably why Terence is suing, because Terence is probably getting pulled over everywhere he goes. So they're like, look, we got to sue, we got to file this lawsuit so we can back these cops up. And you want to sue all 12, even the ones that showed up when they were called to show up? 12 of them. I like that number, though. I had a millionaire sell his mama her own TV. What? I had a millionaire sell his mom her own TV. Oh, that's crazy. That's a thieving. That right there, that's called a thief. You know what I mean? That right there is called a thieving Negro right there that would sell his own mother a TV. So, okay, look, man, I want to talk to this certain Devin Haney fan, bro, about the conversation that your stupid ass had with me on Twitter. Devin is not being ducked. Nobody gives a fuck about Devin. That's a difference. You're not ducking somebody if you don't give a shit about them. Nobody cares about Dev, bro. And Rolly Romero is right not to fight Devin, because Devin's going to sue him. If he hits him too hard, Devin's going to sue him. Devin stuck. Ryan, like Rolly said, Devin, like, look at this, man. A rat's ass, only a rat's ass. Man, hold on one second, man. Listen to this, man. Just give Turkey a few more months. He will be gone. Watch, Fanon. Hey, dude, he's not going to go anywhere if he gets to keep taking claim for money that's getting taken from somebody else. Turkey Al-Sheikh is acting like it's his money. It's not even fucking Arab money. He's just, seriously, bro, it's not even his money. It's not his money. He's acting like he's going to spend this money. He's going to do this. This is the fight that I want. And it winds up that all you are is a front man. I mean, we knew you were a front man for Mohammed bin. We thought, let me tell you, stop. I thought you were a front man for Mohammed bin Salman. But apparently you're not a fucking front man for Mohammed bin Salman. You're not. You're a YouTube content creator who hit a lick, who has a connection to the sport, who got named to a position of the Sports Council. And then you use American, then you use somebody in America's money out of trust funds and claim that you're the one spending the money. So that you can basically be the beard for these guys that are taking the money. That's what it looks like to me, Turkey. That's what it looks like to me, Turkey. It doesn't look, because it never made sense. Hey, that man said, Grumpy, what up, Grumpy? Surviving the Haneys. Dog, it's some Jewish guy, Silver Lake. Nah. Man, that's not whose money it is. That's who's playing with the money, Troy Hutch. That's not whose money it is. It is not their money. No, it is not. Those guys don't have no money like that. They don't have the type of money. Ari Emanuel does not have the type of money in his own personal money. He does not have the type of money to float boxing. He doesn't. Ari Emanuel doesn't have enough money to float $200 million in payments for a fight. Ari Emanuel doesn't have money like that. Ari Emanuel may be worth $1 billion. But if you're worth $1 billion, $2 billion, whatever he's worth, say his net worth, say he's got $2 billion in worth. Bro, that's still $200 million, bro. That's 20% of $1 billion, and he's only got a couple billions. That's 10% of his income. He doesn't have enough money to do that shit. And on top of it, they're not going to be doing that shit with his money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, no. These guys, they may be involved, but it's not their money. Those guys are money handlers. That's what they do. They work with banks. They work with loaning financial institutions for them to finance their deals. They're not using their money. They don't have that type of money. No fucking way do they have that type of money. There's only a couple people that got that type of, no, there's only one guy that has that type of money. They can pull where you can get access to this money and he won't know it. There's only one guy that applies to. One, and you guys don't, and it's nobody you're going to see on Forbes magazine. That's not how it works, bro. This guy is he's not promoting himself as wealthy. All these other guys promote themselves as wealthy. They wear that's why they got the big yachts. They show you the big yachts. They take out the magazine ads to tell you how much they're worth. No, bro, these guys are front men, bro. They're money handlers, money changers. You see what I'm saying? They're just money changers. They're not the money itself. So nah, bro, I don't believe that these guys got a con job going on, bro. They just gotta, yeah, it's like you literally have to have your own bank. It's gotta be somebody with his own bank. He has to have his own. I'm telling you, bro, these guys want to get next to this guy so bad too. But anyway, these dudes have nothing compared to, anyway, let's get back to this. So you guys have been hitting a lick for a while. Y'all been acting like Turkey Al-Sheikh is coming to save boxing when really all you did is name him as a figurehead, and you guys are trying to manipulate the market with other people's money. That's what you're doing with your fake shit. So now I know Floyd Mayweather Jr. never had the money that Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he had. Floyd doesn't have the money that Floyd says he has. No way. Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not have the money that Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he has. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a front. Floyd is a Money May is a fucking front. He has a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But that dude talking about Israel and what he has done for Israel, what the fuck did you do for Israel? Floyd, in all seriousness, bro. He may have 500. He has 500 million. That's not enough money. That's not enough. 500 million, that's nothing. Compared to the guy I'm talking about, if you got 500 million, $1 million is going to go missing. You're going to find that. That's like you have $500 and you miss $100. 500 is a lot of $100. No way. They don't have the wherewithal to do what they say they're doing, bro. They don't. And guess what? They're not making a profit on anything. They're not interested in turning a profit. That's why I'm telling you it's not their money. Because the only people not interested in turning a profit are people that are taking your money from you. They are spending all the money in the production and in all of that stuff. That is a lot of money going to a lot of people in a very predictable way. So you take money from this, you put it in a boxing event, overspend, but you're paying people for t-shirts. You buy a bunch of t-shirts. You buy a merchandise. You buy, you pay the fighters. You pay the trainers. You pay the sparring partners. You put out big promotions. You invest money. You just dump a ton of money. And then it doesn't matter that the fight doesn't sell. Why? because you think you have unlimited funds and you can just go back in, grab more money anytime you want to grab more money. That's how you're behaving. That's why I know that you niggas are full of shit. Because you act like you have a never-ending source of money. There's only one never-ending source of money. Only one, and you're taking money from that. Let's just be honest. You hit the lick, took you a little bit of time to figure out how you could go big with the lick because you niggas are greedy. And now your shit's just hanging out there in the wind. Bud can talk all the shit he wants, bro. He's going to get pulled over by another cop. Because I'm telling you, you want to know the guy that I just threw out. Why would I say something, GA Grooms, about Bud suing police officers? Because that's stupid. If you have an issue with the police, you go meet with the police chief. Sit down with the police chief and said, what happened here? I don't understand. And boom, if it happens again, you talk to the police chief again. Eventually, if you talk to the police chief and you're a normal person, especially if you're influential in the community, they'll stop that bullshit. Suing him seems stupid to me because now you pissed. What happens when you lose? Seriously, bro. What happens when you lose that case? Now you sued 12 police officers, the chief of police, and you lost. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to harass the fuck out of you and everybody else they know. I think suing Terence Crawford, suing the police officers is a very risky thing to do. That's a very risky thing to do. People don't take getting sued lightly, especially if they don't feel like they deserved it. Terence Crawford didn't get hurt in that engagement, and he had a gun in his car. And they said, oh, we think we behaved reasonably. They're not going to fucking do anything to these cops like that. Dude, do you have a videotape of him getting beat up or something? Like I could see, like, bro, they barely wanted to do anything for the cops that got Michael Brown. Yeah, court is war, bro. It's like Floyd is a front for Al Heyman. Nah. Floyd been having his money in this cherry pie for a long time, bro. Hold on one second. Courts suck, especially child support court. I hate them. I don't want to ever go to court. I try to stay clear of it. If at all possible. Give me 1 second. I got to tell my son something. Yeah. Nuke oil, what is that? They throw a lot of hurdles in front of black entrepreneurs trying to buy. Yeah, but let me tell you something. When there's a really wealthy black man, when there's an extremely wealthy black man and black people just steal from him, bro, it doesn't make it easier, man. You know how they say, look, like for real, bro, watch. Think about this, dog. Somebody says, what did they say? God dang it. Oh, yeah, they put a lot of hurdles in front of black entrepreneurs trying to buy. Yes, they do, but guess what? When black people steal from a wealthy black person, then that wealthy black person doesn't want to deal business with black people anymore. So guess what that guy wants to do? Then he has to deal with the white people, right? So the white people encourage you clowns to steal and do all this dumb shit so that this guy doesn't trust you with his money. It's that simple, bro. They don't trust black people with the money because of the way that you guys are behaving with boxing. Like, seriously, man, think about this, dude. You dump a bunch of, that's why these cats don't want reparations. Because if you get reparations, it's going to wind up in the hands of Bill Haney. It's going to wind up in the hands of a bunch of people who use it to fucking fix poker games, fix basketball games, fix boxing matches, because now they have enough money to fix and bribe all kind of people to do different things. Bro, do you know what I heard? There are people with enough money from these YouTube channels. These guys are literally going to boxing gyms and buying information out of boxing gym with money. With money. Literally, bro. That's what I was told. I was told there are people in gyms that in order to get information that they are literally paying these people for the information. They get interviews because they are paying people for these interviews. Where do you niggas get the money? And I need to understand this. Where do you get the money to pay people for interviews on a channel that small? Where do you get the money? Where do you get the money to bribe people in gyms to give you inside information? You're paying money for this. Money. I didn't say you got that people are going to gyms, developing relationships and getting information. No. These are people that are literally got enough money to go bribe people in gyms for information, for a Twitter post. For a Twitter post? How much money did you pay for that information? You pay that much money for that information? Where are you getting the money from? Where are you getting the money from to pay this money? I knew they already told me that there were spies in gyms. I knew that there was FBI informants in gyms. I knew all of that. But to know that little YouTube channels, little Twitter channel, little Twitter pages got enough money to bribe fighters to snitch on other fighters. That's where you're getting all your inside information from. Not because you cool with people and all that, but because you're paying for the information. Wow. Wow. That's why I was like, what? Yeah, that's what I was told. I was like, wow, bro. You know that doesn't work, right? Like, how do you make money off that? You don't make money off of it with your Twitter page. I still don't understand Twitter. Twitter doesn't even make any money for anybody. But it is. They be telling, man, he makes shit up. He's trying to make it happen, bro. Let me tell you something, dog. I'm going to tell you what he's doing. What he's doing is claiming that it is going to happen because that's what he wants to make happen. He obviously believes that he has the ability to make these fights happen or not make fights happen. Really. You obviously have these guys think they're fucking fixers. That's what the guys are paid to fix things. That's what you guys think you are. You think you can fix things with money that's not yours. And I still reiterate that. I'm going to continue to reiterate that for you guys. It's not your fucking money. It's not your fucking money. It's not Turkey Al-Sheikh's money. You guys sat on my page and conned me and said, you stick Turkey Al-Sheikh, this guy with a turban, a YouTube content creator with a turban, in a big room across the table with somebody else that's a YouTube content creator. They talk each other, and all of a sudden he's taking claims that they're the source of all this money coming in boxing. Only for us to find out that you're not the source for all this money in boxing. Hey, Lehi Evans said, love from Jersey for 9. Keep your foot on haters' neck. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I will, man. I just want you guys to stop acting like this is Turkey Al-Sheikh's money. That's just stop doing it. It's not Turkey Al-Sheikh's money, and I know whose money you're spending. That's why I say the gig is up. I know who Ari Emanuel, who money Ari Emanuel wants. Ari Emanuel knows this guy, knows who this guy is. This guy has never talked to Ari Emanuel in his life. But Ari Emanuel has hired multiple people that this guy knows so that they could have a relationship with this guy because this guy's employees know him. Nah, bro, you're taking this guy's money. That's what you're doing. This guy invested some money in boxing. Once you knew that he had once he had invested some money in boxing, you knew how he was capable of investing in boxing. And then you worked yourself a situation where not just the PBC got that money, but they want a piece of the money too. Like they think it's unfair that he gave the money to these people, but they didn't give these people any money. So some middleman that doesn't have any decision-making power really decides that he's going to make an equal investment in all portions of boxing. And he's going to let that money be managed by you guys. That's how the money got set. Because you guys claimed you had approval for something you didn't have approval in. My guy had invested so much in boxing, bro, he don't care. He doesn't care. He said, okay, they's like, you want to invest millions in boxing? He said, okay, whatever. It was that easy. That's how they got the money from him. Because they just said, hey, man, this is this guy. He wants to invest in money. He wants to put millions in boxing. And he said, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I want to do that. That's what he said. Yeah, I want to do that. He was in a fight. And he said, okay, I'll do that. It just off the cuff agreed to it. And they got a ton of money because he kept his word. So you guys have been mad for a long time that those guys got that guy's money. You knew who was funding it. So you decided you were going to hit a lick on the guy that was funding it. Because somebody in his family thought it was unfair that one group of people got money, but the other group didn't. So you went to cry to his sister. You went crying and begging to his sisters, his brother, his cousins, anybody else you could get to get to this guy's money. You got an approval for something, and then you fucking went nuts with it. And you guys you started fucking embezzling and fixing fights and fixing poker games and acting like this, throwing money in the air and burning it, bro. Just taking money and That's how you used to do, didn't you, Floyd? You used to take this nigga's money and do like this. That was his money, Floyd. That was his money, Floyd. That you're fucking all that money you made, bro. That's his money, bro. That's his money, bro. His, Floyd. That's his money. And you out here burning this shit. Nigga, we been knowing you was doing it. Nigga never thought the shit was cute. You out here with his money going, stacks of money. That's not your money, man. Money made, money team. Mighty coincidental when you turn from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Made. Once you got a connection, once you got that connection, you turned your name to Money Made and started spending money like you're a fucking idiot. It's that guy's money. You know it's his money. You know it's his money. But you niggas want to act like you're business geniuses. You want to act like you're such, oh, let me tell you how we made this money. It was my entrepreneurial wizardry. It was the way that nah, bro, it was not. He dumped a bunch of money. You were the primary beneficiary. He bought your pay-per-views. He backed your fucking fights. Your ass would have never fucking got away from Bob Arum without him because he liked you as a fighter and he supported you as a fighter. Now you niggas think of him as a lick. 20 years later, my man is a lick. to be licked on. You know what I'm saying? To be licked on. Because you guys had business with him long enough to figure out how his operation worked. And then you talked to his relatives and got them to sign deals with you. And they got that money to you all. And you better believe they're under investigation right now for embezzlement from his money. And he don't care if they're related or not related. He doesn't care. If that's his second cousin twice removed, that's going to be a second cousin twice removed in jail. If it's his sister, she's going to be in jail. He doesn't care like that, bro. Because you guys asked him, for money and he gave it to you. Because you hated Al Heyman, you hated the PBC, you hated that he gave all that money to a black organization, because that's what he did. You hated that. And then you said it was a loan. Then they had their $500 million in debt to somebody. He said it wasn't a loan. He said it's an investment. It's not a loan. He didn't loan those guys $500 million. He invested the $500 million, and that's why he owns everything. But you guys want that investment. You guys wanted the investment, so you stole the investment. You stole it. You didn't go to him because he supported the PBC. So you went to other people to get your hands on that money. And now you're manipulating that money and trying to buy boxing with it and trying to pass it off and kill it out in 18. What do you got? 18 more months of wasting this nigga's money. 18 more months of wasting this guy's money until you go into all of this miracle money that miraculously showed up from Paramount to save UFC. Just miraculously, Dana White gets a multi-billion-dollar deal. Miraculously gets a multi-billion-dollar deal. Even though his product sucks and the numbers are falling. But yet you guys can find $9 billion laying around. Where'd the $9 billion come from, bro? We know why there's so many billionaires in the world, bro. Yeah, y'all, because you're downstream from him. You're downstream from him. That's why I've always called you peons. You're downstream from him, but you're upstream from everybody else. So you put like a dam. You spend as much of his money as you possibly can, any direction you can. You like the UFC. You like the UFC. He doesn't like the UFC. So why is his money going to support the UFC? Oh, because we want fairness. We want fairness. Everybody, no, he doesn't have to give you money just because he has a lot of money. No, he doesn't. He doesn't owe you anything. Nothing. As a matter of fact, you guys owe him a lot of money, bro. A lot of money, bro. Chuck E. Cheese, bro. You owe that man a lot of money, bro. You niggas run around spending his money, bro, like it's going out of style. You still doing it. Flexing on that shit. Like, I couldn't believe you niggas literally took this man's cash, funneled it through some fights, and then started dishing out $1,500 a day. $30,000 if you join my channel. Claymore Rain is the one that said this man has unlimited funds. And then he got that man to promise to pay $30,000 to anybody, to the winner of a raffle on a channel. $30,000. Where's this money coming from? And how the fuck does that work in the benefit of anybody? $30,000. You got YouTube content creators seriously betting $50,000 on fights. How much money exactly are you taking from this guy? How much money are you going to take from him? Really, I mean, I need to know. I need to know. How much more money are you going to steal? And I'm going to say it because I know who's listening. I'm talking to you. You guys sold this bullshit because you wanted to have parity in boxing. It's not fair that all the promotional money and all the big money goes to the PBC fighters. Boxing is a whole sport. We need to make sure we take care of everybody in the sport. So you guys, after he got into boxing and he got away from it a little bit, you guys started making executive decisions about what the future of boxing was going to be and how you were going to use his money to reshape the landscape of boxing and how you were going to use his money without him knowing or him asking, because he said, fuck Top Rank. He said, fuck Turkey Al-Sheikh. He said, I don't give a fuck about Saudi. Fuck, I care. So you guys decided that you were just going to restructure it without involving him. Without involving him. Because he has so much money that you literally can do these things without him noticing. Especially if you lie to him. And you can get approvals, especially if you're a family member asked him for a favor, and he says okay, but he doesn't know that the favor is going to cost him $500 million. He didn't know when you asked him if you could do this, that was in any way connected to this other stuff. Because his family members thinks he's a lick. I'm telling you, bro, this guy's own family thinks that he is a lick. Jesse Jackson fired me? Fuck you talking about Jesse Jackson fired me? Fuck out of here, nigga. Jesse Jackson wanted me to work for him so fucking bad. I told the nigga no. I told Jesse Jackson, no, thank you. Only politician I was willing to work for was Barack. And they said, no, you can't work with Barack because Barack is too close. And I was like, man, okay, whatever. But fuck no, I'm not working with Jesse Jackson Jr. Jesse Jackson Jr., none of them. They absolutely tried to force me to work for this nigga. Let me tell you what they did to try to force me to fight, try to fucking force me to work for Jesse Jackson. Our businesses merged. We had a couple different companies. The two companies merge. After the merger is made, somebody decides that my job, as if this nigga could ever tell me what my fucking job was, because I own the fucking place. But whatever. You want to act like you can give me a fucking job. And you ask me, I like him, no worries, but we had a beef over this. Because I said I'm not working for Jesse Jackson because Jesse Jackson was disrespectful to me. I don't give a fuck how big Jesse Jackson Sr. thinks he is. Jesse Jackson Jr. dissed me to my face, and I was never, ever going to do anything for Jesse Jackson Jr. Just like you guys were pissed that I don't fuck with Andy Young. Fuck Andy Young. I don't give a shit about Andy Young. Yes, I would have paid respect to Andy Young because he's an older gentleman and the things that he did, but he talked shit to me. You're not going to take my fucking money and talk shit to me at the same time, Andrew Young. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Yeah, buck break me, nigga. Buck break me. Yeah, buck break me. Yeah, buck break me. Do that shit. You better believe they try to buck break me. These niggas ain't buck break me. You buck break me. Buck break me. You know what I'm saying? Try to buck break me. That's what you tried to do, is buck break me. You make up a bunch of fake financial distress around me. You fake financial distress all the fucking time, bro. All the time, bro. I know goddamn well what I got. But you niggas always want to fake some type of financial stress around me. Or try to move me from one area to another. The problem with you niggas spending all this money in boxing is because I'm here. I see you spending the money, stupid. The money doesn't make any sense, stupid. I know where it's coming from. Ojefe said, Jesse Jackson snitched on his wife for a reduced sentence. I know her personally. Yeah, I've met, what is Jesse Jackson's wife saying? She went to jail, man. Yeah, she put him in jail. They were trying to spend all this money on this fucking airport. Let me tell you what they were trying to do with me. They tried to sucker me to go to work for Jesse Jackson so that Jesse Jackson could tell me to support them in building a new airport in Illinois. They wanted to build a new airport. Chicago needs an airport like Chicago needs another airport like it needs another hole in the head. So what the fuck did I want to do that for? And I said that shit didn't make any sense. And that's what they wanted to do. They want to put me there so that then they can make a bunch of decisions around me. And I told Jesse Jackson I wasn't going to be used like that. No, I'm not going to be used like that. They used me in New Orleans like that to get gambling in New York and to get gambling in New Orleans. They used me like that for that. I never said that I specifically said that I didn't think gambling in New Orleans was going to be good for the people of New Orleans. I said I was in favor of gambling if you can find a way to limit the amount of gambling done by poor residents because they don't have any money. You're lying I was there? Man, shut the fuck up, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're lying? You're lying, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. The film group, Crown Film Group. Yeah, fuck off, bro. You were there with what? Yes, they did. They made an approach through my brother. My brother asked me. I told my brother no. Absolutely. They approached my brother about me working for Jesse Jackson Jr. because my brother was cool with Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson, Barack, Bobby, all them niggas used to hang with each other. I used to play basketball with them. They're all like 10 years older than me. And I used to go to the gym, play basketball, used to go to hoops, played basketball with Barack, never played basketball with John. All those Princeton guys. I know who the fuck you niggas are. And you guys wanted me to work for you, bro. And the shit is ridiculous. There's no way in the world I should ever work for you niggas. You niggas work for me. So you niggas are just trying to put me in a situation where you can spend all kind of money and get all kind of approvals to spend money that's not yours. And you didn't think I knew at the time. So you niggas tried to sucker me because I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that I could do the things that I could do. They knew that I could do the things that I could do. So they want me to work for them so that they can take pictures with me, so that they can, say, oh, he works for me. Oh, yeah, I used to mentor him. Man, fuck out of my face, man. I know what the fuck is going on, nigga. You niggas trying to get your hands on my daddy's money. Is the fuck you trying to do? Yeah, it is. You niggas trying to get your hands on my father's money. That's whose money you trying to get your hands on. You wanted to get your hands on my father's money. So you try to associate me with it, and therefore you can get your hands on my father's money. Easy. And you're not going to get any of his money. Never. Because I ain't never going to touch that money. I don't touch his money. I got my own. And you guys found that out, and you want that too. You thought you hit a lick. You told me that a million times. You asked me if I believed in these things. You basically got on the phone with me and asked me for approval for things when I didn't know what the fuck you were really asking for. Because they taught you how to get over on me. It's that simple. Somebody taught you, probably relatives of mine, taught you how to get over on me and get access to things you would have never been able to get access to. Ever. Without me. And it's specifically my white family. You want access to their stuff. So you get close to me. And you get money if I say you can have it. I know what the deal is. I'm a lick, bro. And my boy is a bigger lick. But the lick is over with, bro. Hey, stop Barack from going left in his right-hand suspect. Man, let me tell you something, man. All those guys were like really cool dudes. They were really close to one another. And I wasn't in that clique. That's that Princeton clique, bro. I didn't fuck with them, bro. And I stopped fucking with Barack, honestly. You know what I mean? Barack was cool. Barack never looked me in my eye either. You know what I mean? But he damn sure did take everything I gave him before he could get president. You know what I mean? Like, dog, don't act like you don't know who I am. That's the thing, too. We can stop acting like you niggas don't know. You guys don't know who I am. Okay? Exact. Ninjas always think folks is sucker, want to get a lick all the time, bro. Fucking John Rogers thought he hit a lick. All of the fucking investment banking crew with Princeton was asking to do money management, man. They wanted to manage money. That's who they are. A bunch of guys. The internet is a land of delusion. Yeah, it is. So get off, nigga. I'm not deluding, bro. I'm not deluded. You can Google me. I'm very serious. You can Google me, nigga. There's no reason for you to think that I'm delusional. I'm telling you the truth. This is the people that I think are responsible for this dumb shit. And I know them all personally. And yes, I'm a very fucking big deal. I am. I'm a very fucking big deal. Very big deal. Which is why you niggas keep threatening me and you can't do nothing. That's why your boy Victor Conti popped off with all that bullshit. That's why your New York niggas always popped off with that bullshit and they can't do nothing. Because I'm a very fucking big deal. Very big deal. So you guys think that you hit a fucking lick. You try to take this guy's money, use Turkey Al-Sheikh as the front, while meanwhile, you guys are separating this guy from as much of his money as you could possibly separate him from. You're separating him from it in actual investments because members of his family gave you access to certain accounts to invest, even though this guy never asked you to invest any of his money. You took it upon yourself to decide that you were going to grow this man's money by investing in this and this and this. Why? So your friends can make money. That's what you want. Oh, I want to start this company. How much money? Oh, okay, boom. And then you sell all in your business, you go out of business. And then what do you do after you go out of business? You file bankruptcy like Donald Trump does. You file bankruptcy, you stiff all your fucking creditors, and then you start again and you go again. That's what they did when they could not enforce the collection of their money. It's a very sad thing going on here in the United States, man. It's a very sad thing, and it's a very scary thing, bro. You know what I mean? Tell it like it is, Chief, fuck them. Yes, sir, I'm telling you. You guys got to get out this money, bro. That's not your money. I know you're jealous. I mean, dude, you should have looked at fucking, what's this dude? Al Sharpton, bro. The trust is crazy work, bro. Look. Let me tell you what Al Sharpton did to me, bro. Al Sharpton did this shit to me. I'm walking in New York, bro. Go walk. Man, come on, bro. Be a good boy and do your work. Yeah, I'm a good boy, all right. Where's that at? Oh. Oh, you're on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be a good old boy for Master. Yeah, I am. I'm a good old boy for Master. You better believe that shit. You better believe that shit. He gonna love me. He gonna love me when he gets his money back. Yeah, they do it after they steal money. Yeah, they get money. I'm telling you, this is big money. I'm telling you. Nah, bro, they don't want it because they got to convince these fighters that Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one giving the money. They have to, bro. They have to convince people that Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one who's giving this money up. Meanwhile, it's not Turkey Al-Sheikh. It's not. It's not Al Heyman. It's not Turkey Al-Sheikh. It is this guy competing with this guy's money. This guy owning something that is, and people taking money from him to compete with himself is what he's doing. And what they're claiming they're doing is a consolidation. That's what they want to do. They want to do a consolidation of all of boxing into a league structure. And they think they have the money and the political power necessary to do it. Because this guy is the political power and he is the money. So as long as they can get assurances from him that they're good, they can proceed and do it. They've got more than enough money to buy the PBC, to buy Top Rank, to buy Golden Boy, they have all the money necessary to do that. Easily got enough money to do that. Easily can do it without a doubt. So you guys just go to his friends. These friends sign deals for him, claiming that they have agency. Noop, you're live running twice on the channel. My YouTube is showing up twice in different. Yeah. That's because it's two different Noop. It's because there's two different dimensions. One dimension is that's something YouTube is doing, bro. Dimension is the vertical. You're on the normal one. The other ones are on the vertical, and that's what's up. I actually make more money doing this though. Yeah, I actually make more money doing this. It's kind of nice, seriously, because it really does increase. It helps the channel out a lot to do it. I know it's awkward because it splits the chats. But it is what it is. I got you. They are trying to go the TikTok route. Yeah, but seriously, it works out. I look shook. Okay, yeah, I'm shook. Whatever. You niggas look like you look like you're going to jail. So, better shook than going to jail. I got it. I joke, but I got dog. They are drunk or something. They separate fans from the fighters league. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm a bit behind on that. I didn't quite get that. Anyway, man. So look, I had this conversation with this dude on Twitter. I want to explain to you what a fact is, guy. Everything that you said in your tweet was not fact. It wasn't a fact. You said Devin Haney is being ducked. That is not a fact. That is an opinion. That is not a fact. That is an opinion. It's your opinion that people are ducking Dev. It's not a fact that people are ducking Dev. It is a fact that Devin didn't fight him, but it is not a fact that they ducked him. It's your opinion that they ducked him. The person on the money is Kinahan. He's literally being harbored in Dubai as we speak. Hey. It ain't Daniel Kinahan, bro. It ain't Daniel Kinahan. Daniel Kinahan was the first person to be the justification for the money. I'm telling you, the way that I see it, phenomenal new. Daniel Kinahan was the first person that they claimed was paying the money. I just think he's a front of it. I think he's a front. I think he's a front just like Turkey Al-Sheikh is a front. I believe the money is coming from the United States out of hedge funds and trust funds, Noop. It's coming from a hedge fund called Halawapia with private investors. So, nah, man, I don't think it was ever Daniel Kinahan. I think Daniel Kinahan is a guy that has a notorious reputation that would allow him to set it up. You know what I mean? I believe Daniel Kinahan is absolutely part of it, but I don't think Daniel Kinahan is the source of the money. You know what I mean? He said, oh, yeah, I seen your video on that yesterday. I'm going to do a deep dive on that. Thank you, bro. Please do a deep dive on that. Because because the investment banking firm is what makes sense, Noop. It is, give me a second. $2 sent it to me. It is. Give me a second. I'll put it up. All right. How La Pia Jalapeno Ventures is a private investment firm founded in 2023. They got so much money, they stuck it into a private investment firm in 2023, known for its involvement in Dana White's TKO boxing venture, handling fighters' contracts and logistics for the upcoming 2026 league, and have also been linked to producing high-profile events like Terence Crawford's victory parades, operated largely in stealth. This Beverly Hills-based firm invests in finance and sports, aiming to reshape professional boxing by offering structured pay and opportunities for young boxers. That is an investment fund, bro. And they are supposed to be taking 100%. And the reason that Sean Vitale was showing the different trust funds where TKO gets the money from, dog, it's the same. Let me tell you something, bro. It's the same people that Terence Crawford said had the money before, bro. I know where the fucking money comes from, bro. I know how the money gets to them is one question. Where the money originates, I am 100% sure I know where that money originates. How it gets to them, I don't understand that all the way. But I know for sure where it starts from. It starts where all their money starts from. It starts where all their money starts from. Because again, these guys lost all their money. They did in the last. Let me tell you something, man. You have any idea how much money people actually lost during that last real estate crash? And how much money people really did lose during COVID? Do you know how many businesses went belly up? How many people, houses got repossessed, and that's why people bought all the houses up? My God, man. These people lost all their money, so they're relying on scams, man. I'm telling you. United States of America is just, it's a fucking big-ass fucking pyramid scheme, bro. And the money's starting with the same people, the people that own the minerals. And it's no different than neocolonialism. Just neocolonialism on a person. You are going to sell this person things at ridiculous amount of prices, take the money and at ridiculous prices and buy everything up. All you're doing is capitalizing on one individual's wealth. And you set up a system around him where he's supposed to make the decisions, but you know how it works. The managers are the ones that really get it done. So you just deal with his managers, and his managers bind him to agreements that they never asked him about. Because every once in a while, they'll talk to him and just say, and reestablish their relationship with him. And then they go out there and they do things because they believe in absolute delegation. My father used to talk about delegation and how important it was to delegate things to people. Oh, you still need to do TikTok, frat. People with your type of outlook are huge on there. I need to do TikTok. I know. So anyway, basically what they did is they delegated this guy's desires to people that do not work for him. And I mean it. They think that he thinks that they're just his brother. And oh, it's a family. It's not a family thing. It's his money. It's not their money. Like, seriously, you think it's his family's money, so you think you can do whatever you want with his family's money. Dude, it's not his family's money. It's his money. He just pays for everything for his family. It's his money. They have buying power for their own personal things with the money that's given to them, but they don't have the right to take this money and go give it to other people to invest in things. No, you don't. You never had the ability. You don't have the ability to do that. And you guys are signing these contracts, even though you've been told not to. And then people go to court trying to get it enforced and say, look, a reasonable person in my situation would have believed that this person could bind him. So you bind him and he's stuck. And because you think he's your family, that he can't fire you. So you just stick him with shit all the time. You just stick him and spend his money and bake this deal and that deal. You don't even work for long periods of time, bro. You just don't even work. All right, hey, said even posting your clips where you talk about politics, huge. Okay, I'll do it, man. I got to figure out something. I want to get off that subject though, because it's really disturbing to me. Like, to me, it's very disturbing. This whole thing is very disturbing. Why in the world is this guy pouring so much ridiculous amounts of money in boxing? Just does not make any sense, man. The way that boxing is proceeding doesn't make any sense, other than they thought that they could steal this guy's money out of these trust funds and they could use it to purchase things and they could be minority owners in it. So Terence Crawford is a member of this investment fund. Terence Crawford probably, let's say Terence Crawford put $1 million in. $1 million in. But this guy puts in $1 billion. But you got $1 million in. This guy's got 500,000 in. This guy's got 250,000 in. But this guy's got $1 billion in. But since you got 4 partners, you think, oh, it's 4 people. So 3 votes to 1. This guy says no, but the other 3 say yes. So it's yes, right? The guy with the $1 million has the vote. The guy with the $500,000 has 1 vote. The guy with $250,000 has 1 vote. And the guy with the $1 billion has 1 vote. So that's how democracy works, obviously. So since you got 3 to 1, you get to use this guy's $1 billion however you want to use it. Because the $1 billion guy's vote didn't count. Because you guys threw $2 million extra on top of it. You see what I'm saying? You niggas think you slick. You throw 2 cents on top of the pile. But you got to vote, he got to vote, he got to vote. The guy with the $1 billion gets 1 vote. 1 vote. So the guy with the $1 billion says, no, I don't want to do that. The other 3 are partners. So sorry, we get to use your money however we see. And that's how that money's going around. That's how it's working. You're going through some type of governance process. You have some type of governance process in which you have allowed yourself to embezzle money through legitimate decision making when you have equal votes with people that don't have equal input. That's like me. That's like if let's use my sisters and brothers as an example. That's like saying we're a family. I got a brother, 3 sisters. My brother has all the money. I have my own money. The sisters say they don't have any money. But when we vote on how to use my money, it's 4 to 1. So no matter what happens, they get to use my money however they want to use it? No. Or they get to use my brother's money however they want to use it? Just because they have a single vote? That is a serious problem right there. Because it allows you guys to make decisions with his money. as if it's your money. When you put it in a fund, a private investment fund. I don't believe you guys, man. I think you guys are stealing this money, bro. I think you're stealing this money. I really do. I really do. I really think that you guys have a long-standing way that you go about this type of thing. You take it from their trust fund and invest it so that you claim you're trying to grow the fund. One of the things that you do is you take out a hedge fund, which is, hey, man, we're going to make this really wild bets. And the hedge fund puts on a boxing event. Because if everything goes well and we spend $1 billion, we might make $2 billion, or we could lose it all. But you know it's a hedge fund, so hey, man, we don't really care about losing money. We're just trying to gamble on it. Right? But then you start fixing it. And you start moving the money to your friends. You start paying job. Like everybody that has a contract is somebody that you know. Some friend of yours. You wind up paying the money to them. They wind up giving money back to you through, buying things from your kids, Girl Scout cookies for your kids. That you may sell them a car, rent an apartment to them. Meanwhile, you're making the money on the rent. You're making the money that you're getting because you gave them that money and you're recycling it yourself. So disappointing, bro, to see that boxing is going to be in trouble like that because you guys are just fucking greedy. Because you're just greedy and control freaks. I got a cousin like that for now. We go out to town. I pay for the most. He pays for some NBA tickets. And all of a sudden, you want to start dictating how we're going to spend my money. Exactly, bro. It's like they want to dictate how you are going to spend your money. They want to give you. I used to have these stupid arguments with my sister, man. It was like, God dang, man. Like they just want, oh my God. It used to be so terrible, bro. Used to be so terrible. But anyway. Who y'all got? Do you think Devin Haney is being ducked? I want to talk again about the idea that Rolly Romero said about Devin Haney. Oh, look, I'll play it. God damn it. Where is it? Man, I don't think where's my phone? I know I had my phone. This is crazy. Where's my phone? I wonder where my phone went. My phone, man. I did not get up and walk away, and I cannot find my phone. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Man, I cannot find my phone, bro. I did not get up. Oh, there it is. I just be sending shit any old place. Hold on one second. Much love, Nick. Okay, I got it. The only thing they ducking from Dev is oh yeah, that's what I was trying to get. Look, Rolly is hilarious, bro. Shout out to Phoenix the Assassin, bro. Appreciate you, bro, so much, bro, for sending me these very funny clips.
They could say, oh, duck simply, do you think, okay, let's say it like this. I knock out Devin Haney cold. Do you think I want to get sued for 5 years?
Damn, bro, you my guy. You funny as hell. Got it. Okay, so
They sued Ryan for two. They could say, oh, duck and all stuff. No, it just simply, do you think, okay, let's say it like this. I knock out Devin Haney cold. Do you think I want to get sued for 5 years? Damn, Rolly, you my guy. You funny as hell. Got it. Okay. So they sued Ryan for 2 years and they didn't even find him. So, bro, it's not even worth wasting my time. Got you. They're ducking Ryan Garcia. Got it. They're ducking Ryan Garcia.
They're ducking Ryan. Oh, Rolly. So Devin's ducking Ryan Garcia. Devin is, hey, it's a point that at this point it's equivalent to Usyk saying Canelo was ducking him, except Devin isn't relevant. Look, except Devin isn't relevant. That's funny as hell. Yeah, Rolly wild as shit, bro. Rolly, I remember I used to call him Raleigh Romero. Niggas used to get mad about that shit. I was calling Raleigh. Raleigh. His name is Rolly, man. It's Rolly. Yeah, man, that's funny though. Yeah, dog, don't nobody want to do, first of all, don't nobody want to do business with you, Devin. I'm not ducking you. Hey, look, that's a great response. I'm not ducking you, bro. I just don't want to do any business with you. Like, we got to do business together, man. Why would I do business with any of y'all? Like, for real. Why would I do any business with you at all? Why? And where in the fuck did you get three-year, $12 million deal from? Where did you get your $36 million deal from, Mr. Red and Black Cap? Where you get your 36 from? Yo, 312, 36, bro. You're not slick, nigga. With your red and black and all that bullshit, bro. You're not slick. You niggas is nothing but hitting a lick, bro. Nothing but hitting a lick, dog. And using boxing is the means by which to do it. If you couldn't hit a lick in boxing, your ass be hitting a lick doing something else, because y'all are a bunch of con men. You niggas are not drug dealers. You're not killers. You fucking con men, bro. That's what you are, a bunch of fucking con men. And that's what, honestly, man, I think that's what most investment bankers are. They con men, bro. But that's all right. I got some guys who have miraculously showed up with a lot of investment money. It's amazing how many of my friends wound up with investment banking firms, bro. You know what I mean? It's like the oddest. You know what really odd? What's really, really odd is that somehow friends of mine wound up to own big technology investment banking investment firms that they give away money for a living. You just got to give them the right perspective, and they got to believe that the deal is good. And my guys can get you the money for the deals. I can give you the name of the investment fund, but it's definitely a guy that is connected to me, as my guy. And I'm like, I know what they're doing. You see what I mean? Like, I ain't tripping. I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. Those dudes ain't hitting a lick. They met my guy, and my guy gave them the money so that they could have an investment firm. And and my guy trusts them to spend his money. And it's very, very easy to do. My guy never has to talk to him because he trusts them. And the fact of the matter is, he really does want to get his money to people through people that can be trusted. But then there's other people that have the same situation with him that are not trustworthy. These are people that are making wild speculative investments, knowing that they're going to lose money for the purpose of losing money, and having that money being paid out to their cronies. It's called corruption. And in Chicago, we are the #1 place for political corruption on planet Earth. On planet Earth. We are it's the most crooked political culture where everybody knows everybody is crooked. It's crooked as shit. And these dudes are in Chicago being crooked as hell with this money. Bill is such a smart businessman. He's settling for net profit and $700K from Ryan. Look, yeah, more New York. Oh, man, New York, from my experience, bro, New York is just not like Chicago. New York is like 4 boroughs. Basically, New York isn't even really a city, bro. New York City is really more like a small state because it has like all of the different boroughs are literally different, like different cities inside of New York. So I don't know. I don't really have enough experience with New York to say so. I know that there's a bunch of shady Negroes up in New York for sure, but more shady than that's kind of hard to do, bro. It's kind of hard to be more shady than cats in Chicago, dog. But anyway, man, I love Chicago to death, bro. I love Chicago to death. I do. But I just be tripping out on, I'm still just tripping on this, man. Still tripping on it, man. It's whole hard to trip, man. Fanon, what are your thoughts on T.O. versus Shakur tickets being insanely high for no damn reason? I think it's connected to this shit. I think they're going to turn around and buy those tickets with somebody else's money. That's what I think. That's what I think, because it's not natural ticket sales. They looked at the ticket sales for T.O., a guy, an expert ticket sale. He said this is not what that's not what natural ticket sales look like. So more than likely, these same people are buying these tickets with the money that they're taking. It's the same thing, bro. I don't believe these guys have any interest in turning a profit. When they're in the situation that they're in, it's the situation that they're in where they have to spend money to justify getting more money. Because that's how these financiers think. You got to spend your money in order to ask for more money. So they have all this money that they're supposed to be investing, and they got certain amounts of time when they have to invest it. Because if they don't invest it, the next time they're not going to budget that money to them. So, yeah, what I think they're doing is I think they're dumping a lot of money so that they can continue to demand more money in the future. Because that's how these people think, whether they work in government or whether they work in private sector. If you have a budget that's set for the year and you say, oh, I'm going to spend this amount of money for this on this project, and you come in under it, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to budget your money lower the next year. So that causes you to have to spend all your money at a certain time. And that happens within organizations all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this organization that these guys clearly have did not say, okay, this is our budget for boxing this year. And they have to spend it. So they're going to spend it with themselves, and they're going to suspend as much of it with themselves as they can spend with themselves, which is why Bill wanted net profit. Net profit works if this money comes from a fucking investment banking firm because you're part of the cost. Bill is part of the cost. Devin Haney could have 4 or 5 cousins being part of the cost that's getting paid out. Really? Because they have to meet the budget. They have to spend a certain amount. That's why they're buying all this stupid shit, because they got to spend the money because they have the money. Because if you don't spend the money, they're going to take the money back. No, it's not about a tax write-off. It's about them taking the money back because you don't need it. Why would we have large amounts of money sitting in an account if we're not going to use it, right? So they say, well, it's in the account. We got to use it. But what happens when we use it? Oh, next year they're going to put more money in the account because it's budgeted year after year. And you guys are just low-lying thieves who are paying too much for products and services. That's what you guys do to rip people off that you do business with. If we got to spend the money, look, buy this hammer for me. The hammer's $10,000. Buy this towel from me. The towel is $60,000. Hey, buy me this outfit. Shit, buy a car. Hey, man, let's put a car on the budget. Hey, Bill just got a new car, right? Devin bought the car for him. Is that an expense that's coming out of this fight? Is that car a business expense for Bill? So does that allow the people that are paying the money to have a budget for next year because they found a way to spend that and brag about? I'm telling you, man, now that I know investment banking firms are involved in this, bro, I ain't trying to hear it. I have worked with you people before. I know how you skim. I know you skim off the top. You build all kind of extra cost in there. You're hiring your mother, your cousin, your sister, your brother. All of that to raise the price so that the owner doesn't make a profit. What good does it do any of the employees that the owner makes a profit? None. They care that their family gets paid. They have influence over the money. They can direct the money. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man. They got all kind of tax bubbles and ways that they don't have to pay taxes. They don't want to pay taxes for themselves, so they make it a business expense, so it comes with the tax. But it's an investment. So you don't even have to, and you lose the money, and you refill it. And this investment banking firm started in 2023, just 3 years ago. Just 3 years ago, a bunch of people in Beverly Hills decided, probably Fred. Probably Fred Hawthorne. Dog, as soon as I heard Beverly Hills, I thought, Fred Hawthorne. I was like, man, look, first of all, Fred and Blue Blood are like this. When I stop hearing Fred talk about boxing, well, I don't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I wouldn't doubt it at all, bro. C tax write-off. Yeah. They know exactly. You're right. Like, man, I'm telling you, as soon as I heard him, I was like, that's Fred. Fred Hawthorne found some people in Beverly Hills, in Beverly Hills. And you get back on your taxes. People that aren't in business don't realize that you can get watches, cars, and clothes as business expenses. Yep. All the $1 million chains and all that shit, business expense, write off if they can't sell it. All kind of different stuff, man. But look, bro, I just hope you guys, and I know you will, run out of this money. I'm telling you, bro, there's people getting fired for this shit. I'm telling you, bro, there's a lot of people getting fired for this shit because I'm saying it. So I know you're going to get fired. Just like when I said it, you got your RICO charges. I am saying this now, and you guys are going to be up on professional. You guys are going to be up on some fucking. It's definitely if you're a CPA. Definitely if you're a CPA, if you got any type of credentials for investment, bro. Yeah, man, you guys are going to be in a lot of trouble, bro. You guys trying to take over boxing out of this man's pocket, bro. He said it. Fred, I remember that fool. Yeah, man. Like, anyway, dog, they think they're hitting a lick, bro. And this shit is make-believe. Once that business is gone, all that shit gotta go to Haney ain't deceiving anybody. Now it's over with. It's straight. It's for just telling you, shit's over with. But look, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's been a wonderful 2 hours. I talked about that subject again. I didn't want to keep talking about that subject. But it is what it is, man. The Dazn Ponzi scheme. Yeah. Once that, yep. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank y'all for hollering at me today. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. And I'm out. Deuces.